Hi, my name is Janique and I'll be doing a chapter reading today from Crave by Evelyn Sola, presented by Itsy Bitsy Book Bits. Chapter 1. Jake. I remove the arm thrown possessively across my torso as I climb out of the queen-sized bed I keep in one of my guest bedrooms. To quicken the stranger's departure, I open the curtains and turn on the bedroom lights before I walk into the adjoining bathroom, hopefully jolting her awake with the hard slam of the door. I look at my haggard and disheveled reflection in the mirror. My brown hair is a wild mess and my beard is in desperate need of a trim, but I'm not ready to deal with any of that right now. All I can do now is splash cold water on my face. Memories of last night come rushing back. I remember getting a call from my friend and meeting at a bar on Commonwealth Avenue. That was the first of many bars we visited. My attempts to forget about tonight's party got the better of me, and I drank more than usual. The more I drank, the more rounds I bought, the result of which is the woman sound asleep in the guest bedroom. Fuck. I hold my head in both hands and pull on my hair, disgusted with myself. I never bring women home. In fact, I haven't hooked up with anyone in months, and whenever I do hook up, it's never under the influence of too much alcohol. Now, I must deal with whoever the fuck that is in my bed. Olivia, Olive. I know it's something that begins with the letter O. Despite the alcohol in my system, I was still coherent enough not to bring her into my bedroom. I returned to the guest room to find the woman still sound asleep in the middle of the bed. But the scratching on the bedroom door reminds me of my other obligations. I open the door and both dogs come running in, heading straight for the bed. I'd normally admonish them for jumping on it, but this time I allow it. Zeus, my bull mastiff, starts to sniff as Lady, my poodle, yanks the covers off with her teeth, revealing a pale, naked redhead. I must have been really drunk, because this woman, whoever she is not my type. The fact that I can see the outline of her ribs means she might only eat once a week. Her skin is so pale it looks unhealthy, and her shade of red hair can only be found in a bottle. She lets out a loud shriek when Zeus licks her face. In her haste to get off the bed, she falls and lands on her bony butt. Lady starts to bark at the unwelcome stranger. "What the hell, dude?" she says to me, her voice hoarse from sleep. "Time to go, sweetheart." I use the term of endearment to mask the fact that I can't remember her name. "I need to take care of the dogs." "Get dressed." Articles of her clothes are thrown around the room. I pick them up and toss them to her, signaling her to hurry up and dress. "Can you give me a ride?" "How did we get here?" "I know I didn't drive last night. I never drive on nights when I let loose." "Uber," she says as she throws on her very short dress. "Where do you live?" I ask, having no intention of driving her anywhere. "Brooklyn." Definitely not happening, since I live about 10 miles south. "Punch in your address. Your ride home is on me." "Thanks for a great night." I doubt the night was great, and judging by her scrawny frame, I'm relieved I can't remember. I just want her gone now. After she keys in her address, she dresses and I escort her out to wait for the car. "Thanks for a great night, Olivia." "It's Olympia, arsehole," she says as she grabs the door handle, closing the door in my face. I stand at the end of my driveway and watch, relieved as the car and Olympia disappear from my sight. After walking and feeding the dogs, I head into my bedroom to wash last night away. I walk through my house, a 4-bedroom ranch I inherited from my grandparents on my 25th birthday. Before that, I had an apartment in the city, but the one condition of inheriting this house was that I had to move into it. It's not enough that I work at my father's company. I also had to move back to the town where I grew up, the town where my parents and most of my family still live. I shake the thought out of my head. It is bad enough I'll be under the same roof as Troy Clark on my day off. I'm not going to give him the satisfaction of taking over my thoughts as well. I focus on watering my plants instead of my problems. I start in the living room, taking care of my favorite plant, my fiddle leaf fig tree, but get distracted by my vibrating phone. What the fuck happened last night, JD? I woke up to some scrawny redhead named Olympia. You know I don't do redheads or anorexics. I hear Jason, my best friend since our first day as freshmen at Boston College, sigh into the phone. I figured you were just looking for a quick fuck, man. Hardly, but it looks like I went slumming last night. I can't remember shit that happened once we hit the last club. You at the hospital, Dr. JD? I used the nickname given to him by my mother. Yeah, just checking in on your drunk ass real quick. You know you don't have the best track record with women, he says. I hear him whisper an expletive under his breath, probably realizing his slip of the tongue. No shit, Sherlock. I guess they don't have sensitivity training in med school. No wonder everyone thinks all doctors are assholes. I try to laugh it off. You sure you can't come tonight? My mom keeps asking about your dumb ass. Can't. I'll be here for 12 hours. Then I have shit to do. What shit is so damn important you're turning down my mother's invitation? JD is normally an open book, but lately he's been rather secretive. Personal shit. I didn't call you so we can gossip like a couple of girls. I only called to warn you not to act like a dick tonight. It's your mom's birthday, so act accordingly, fuckhead. Irritated by his words, I toss my phone across the room and watch as it lands on the couch. I take my mug of hot coffee, walk over to the living room area, and set it on the coffee table before dropping myself on the couch, one arm across my face. The dogs come running to me, Zeus leading the charge. He approaches my lying form and sniffs my face before he attempts to climb on the couch. Lady yelps before she jumps on me. I can always count on you two, I say as I scratch Lady behind her ear. Chapter 2. Sandy. I thought this was Steve's job, Mama. I look at myself in the full-length mirror as I prepare for our monthly girls' night. I frown, not liking how I look in the drab grey top and black moto pants. I take off the top, toss it somewhere in my room, and return to my closet. I put my phone on speaker so I can still talk to my mom as I flip through the items in my closet. My eyes land on a hot pink off-shoulder long-sleeved shirt. I put it on with my pants and frown again. This just isn't right. At 5 feet 7 inches tall, I prefer longer tops with these tight pants. I resist the urge to roll my eyes as my mother attempts to guilt-trip me. I take off my pants and look for different bottoms as she continues to speak. Your cousin is out chasing some girl. I don't know what this world is coming to when all these young men do is chase after women. A young, straight man interested in a woman? Whoever could have seen that coming? I let out a laugh. Don't be fresh. I can't count on my daughter to help me. I helped you today by working for free for 4 hours. You wouldn't need help if you just hire someone, Mama. The bakery is a family business. It's just a delivery, Didi. Do this for your mother, she cajoles. She knows that when she calls me Didi, she can get me to do anything. Fine, but I'm meeting the girls for dinner later, so it has to be soon. And you owe me because you know I don't like driving that damn delivery van. After chastising me for using the word damn, she gives me some more instructions before I hang up. I find a short black leather skirt and put that on with my hot pink shirt. I look through my impressive shoe collection and decide on a pair of black ankle boots. After another look in the mirror, my frown is replaced with a slight smile. Much better, I think to myself, as I smooth the imaginary wrinkles out of my shirt. I admire the way the hot pink complements my brown skin. Shit, I say as I notice the time. It doesn't take me long to brush my curly hair. I find a headband with different shades of pink flowers and put it in my hair in order to keep the curls away from my face. After some light eye makeup and lip gloss, I grab my keys and make to my car and drive to the bakery. Remember what I told you? My mother says to me for the 10th time. These are very important clients, Didi. I know, Mama. My mother owns a bakery with her sister, and a few months ago she met a very prominent family. The Clark family owns and operates a rental business, and the matriarch of the family, Lillian Clark, met my mother at a networking event. She loved my mother's dessert so much, she hired her to cater Clark Enterprises' Christmas party. My mother now caters most of their business lunches and their private parties. You don't have to worry. I know how to behave around the well-to-do. I use the best British accent to say the last part. When she first told me about them, I assumed theirs was a small family-owned business. I was right about about it being family-owned, but totally wrong about it being small. There are huge, they are huge throughout the entire East Coast and cater to businesses and very rich individuals. You should consider replacing Steve, Mama, I say as she follows me to the van. My mother and her sister started this bakery 10 years ago. Aunt Claudette takes care of the business side of things, and my mother handles the baked goods. She's such a perfectionist that she bakes most of the items herself, including this 4-tier birthday cake that's currently in the delivery van right now. I'm not getting rid of my nephew. He's my sister's son, Didi. That makes him practically my son. I'm pretty sure that's not how it works, Mama. Oh, and you're an expert? She raises both eyebrows, daring me to contradict her. My nursing degree kind of makes me somewhat knowledgeable in such things. Not claiming to be an expert, though. Science is not everything. In my heart, he's my son. Now, make sure you pull the ramp all the way down and roll the trolley off the van. Mrs. Clark or her housekeeper will tell you where to put it. I'll be sure to go to the back where I can blend in with the rest of the help, I joke. Mom chooses to ignore my sass and gives me more instructions. I walk around the cake in awe of my mother's talent. She's self-taught and never spent a day in culinary school, only working on instinct. She never has to measure and until recently didn't have any of her recipes written down. It was only with my nagging and prodding that she finally sat down with me over the course of several months so we could write down what ingredients go in what. Her cake is beautiful, 4-tier piece of art with what I assume is buttercream icing. It's decorated simply with silver sashes around each tier. There are light pink flowers around each tier as well, giving it an elegant look. I'm in awe of you. This is beautiful. Tastes even better than it looks. She grabs my chin and plants a kiss on my cheek. I smile at her and she smiles back, her warm brown eyes lighting up when she looks at me.